Wow, just wow. The webinar last night, the Elite Mastermind, where Gerard and Chris talked about their experiences so far in the SFM, and how they've mapped out their success was just brilliant. You know, it was just so good to hear. And that sort of information and that sort of story it's a funny one because I think it can split people two ways. Perhaps you can either feel inspired by it, or if you're still new or struggling yourself, you can be slightly, I don't know, maybe feelings of jealousy. Perhaps I don't know. I mean, who am I to say what other people feel? But sometimes I know in my life I've looked at other people's success and wanted it so bad that feelings of jealousy just follow that feeling of desperation. You want it so much for yourself that you forget to be happy for other people. But hearing them last night, I felt so moved and inspired by their story, especially hearing the details of how it happened and how it wasn't easy for them in the beginning. Because I know we all know that feeling in the beginning. It is definitely not easy, unless you're very fortunate. You do have to put in the training, the hours, the education, and the focus. You have to bring that reality. You have to make it manifest, but with a sense of urgency, but not desperation. Yeah. So you want it bad enough, but you don't want it too bad, because I think with that sort of energy, you can go off track quite easily. But for me, what came away from last night was just the mindset. They made a decision that it was going to work, and they proved it did. They proved it to themselves. They proved it to everyone else. They proved it to us. As if we needed any more proof. I think just the size of SFM and the amount of people coming in and the amount of successful people in this community already is evident to see. I mean, I don't really need any more proof, but just to hear that last night just makes me realise how within my grasp this truly is, and how much I truly want it. And it isn't for material things. It isn't for the material things. We all want it for different reasons, and there is no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong aspiration or desire. But for me, it's just the freedom that they have, the freedom that it can give you. That's all I've ever wanted, and it was just awesome to see last night. It was such a good webinar. And to find out, that it was only last November that they hit on one keyword that changed everything. So it was like their whole path, and everything that happened before was just leading up to that one moment of change. And that could be for any of us. All you have to do is keep believing, keep sticking at it, keep driving that momentum, and it will happen. It just will happen. They have proved that the funnel and the conversion process of SFM converts. It's now down to a matter of metrics, mathematics. You just get the people in. I mean, we hear this all the time, but I think for me it really hit it home last night. Just get the people to the system, and the system will sell itself, because it's a genuine system that works. It's a system that's offering people what they truly want right now, which is a measure of freedom from whatever circumstances they find themselves in. Freedom to one person is different to freedom for another, but the essence of that freedom is the same thing, and that's just to taste liberation, so you can forge your own path, your own circumstances. Chris and Gerard are now in a place where they can literally design their own life. They've got income coming in, they have time on their hands where they can do whatever they want. The world has become their oyster, and it's all because they made that decision that it was going to happen. So a lot of people will see that as a risk. There's many people in my circle, that if I relayed that story, they would not understand it, and despite the success, they still would never even dream about going down that road, even with a system that's proven to work, even with mentors and communities that support you all the way. They wouldn't even take a step towards it, because they still deem it as a risk. But after last night, I don't see this as a risk anymore. I just see this as a matter of choice. If you know what you know now, if you've been in here for long enough that you know it works, why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you commit to this? Why wouldn't you put everything into this to make it work? You know, and you don't even have to make it work; it just works. All you have to do now is make the decision that you're going to do it. You know, putting aside a sizable marketing budget is quite a big decision for anyone, and it's a big decision for me. I don't have a lot of disposable income, but you know, there is a gold mine out there at the moment in YouTube. It does appear. I think most of the people on the leaderboards are using YouTube advertising. So why not this year and next year? Why not just hammer it? Why not just go for it on YouTube and just throw the leads into this system and just see where it takes us? So I just wanted to say there's absolutely no jealousy from me, no feelings of, oh, you have it but I don't. I'm so pleased for you, Chris and Gerard. I'm so pleased that you showed me this opportunity, because I came in through you, and here's to your success. You know, I wish you all the luck in the world. Not that you need it. You've made your own luck. Luck doesn't really exist in my eyes. So congratulations, and I hope to see you at the top. You know, because I've made that decision too. I've made that mindset that I'm leaving work this year, no matter what I'm leaving. And you know, you forged a path, or Jay and Stuart forged a path, and we're all following that path. You've now joined that path, and you continue to forge it. You know, we all find our own little niche on that path, and you know, we can all find our own success in different ways. There's enough here for everyone to be successful. There's no competition. You know, the science of which tells us that. You know, if you have that mindset that you have to compete, that there's only limited resources for everyone, then you won't. You may have a measure of success, but it will always have a bitter taste in your mouth. There's enough to go around. We can all do this, and I just feel so inspired today. And I just want to say thank you for that webinar. It's exactly what I needed to hear, and so I don't know. There's not much else to say, but here's to everyone else's success in the community that has made that choice, also that has made that mindset that they're going to succeed. And I wish you all the good fortune in the world. Okay, well, I hope to see you all soon, and have a great week. Bye for now.